Oh, are these real kids? Oh, we've skipped, okay.
Probably gonna have to come into your class. Promise I'll leave you alone.
Is that his son, Adam? That's interesting. Both episodes, we've started with him talking or listening to messages or talking to his son, basically. It's interesting. We have this, obviously, the show, this through line of Jamie, what's gone on, obviously. But beginning with him, it's almost like this representation of a present, not danger, but present fathership of a son, right? We're dealing with this obviously very volatile, very complex, intense situation with Jamie and what's going on there. That's the focus. But I feel like his representation and the interpersonal relationship that we keep seeing, we keep opening the episodes with in regard to his son. It's almost like this present reminder of the themes and the topic that we're dealing with. It's ongoing, right? It's something that we are constantly always managing. And I think, I don't know, I'm getting the impression that his representation is almost that.
Everyone might be a bit raw.
Oh man, I swear to God, Gordon Ramsay's ruined everything for me. Like, it's raw! No, not the time. That's just not the time.
And then I'll take you around.
Yeah, there's such an organic element to the dialogue, I think, just because of the one-shot stuff. Oh, hello. Who are you? Is that Coffee? Did I just see Brad Pitt as a producer?
The police are here.
Of course they are.
Are these his mates?
You think Jamie did it?
Yeah.
Right, so you have no knowledge.
Dad said not to talk to you about him.
Okay.
Was he mad? Of course, we're yours.
He just didn't say nothing.
Okay, good. Almost the two extremes there. My dad told me not to talk about it. Ultra strict. Oh, they didn't say anything. On the other end of the spectrum, nothing. Neither is really great or perfect, let's say.
Well, I don't want Jamie to be in trouble.
So did one of you give him the knife?
I'm outside your school.
Oh!
You're gonna have to come into your class.
This is the kid. What was the rubbish thing? Are people bullying him? It would make sense if he doesn't want to go in to school, right? If that's what's happening.
Give me £1.20 now. Fredo.
Right.
Fredo. Leave him alone. I need £1.20 though, sir. No, you don't feed dinner.
Yeah, look at that. The teacher just walking past. Very flippant. It's normal. Yeah, he stopped it. Is he going to be there next time? Is that really actually doing anything? We keep seeing examples of care, or should I say, imperfect care for kids, right? Not dealing with them. Even a kid like the bully there, there's stuff that needs to be done with him in regard to, talk last episode, processing of these emotions and these things, because that behaviour is not appropriate. And yeah, bless Adam. I do wonder if Daddy-O is too consumed with work, maybe. Well, it doesn't really matter the reason, but isn't aware of what's going on with his kid. That's a failure. If you don't know, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to level blame necessarily, just observe what's happening. Because at the end of the day, the kid's not communicating with you. What can you do at the same time? If there's not an open channel of communication because the kid doesn't feel safe, then that's on the parent. Already, in just that one little snippet of a scene, really prevalent examples of poor care, lack of communication, not nurturing kids very well.
Is your school safe? The matter didn't even happen on school property.
But this is a place of learning, of nurture. Mate, you have a huge responsibility, and I think sometimes it's not taken as seriously as it should be. Is this necessarily school's fault? Are they funded? Do they have the staff? Are we funding departments that are looking after the mental health of kids? Maybe not, right? I'm not trying to necessarily level blame any one person, just identify a problem. The underlying message being we're not doing enough.
Mia Taylor told me we need to open a grief support room.
With security guards and social workers now, how great.
Yes. Yes, dickhead. You're a school.
Keep an eye on it. Yeah.
Look, none of this is simple. By the way, kids are kids. They're tough. They can be. It can be difficult. That bully, give me 120. You can't always guarantee you're going to get through to that kid to stop him doing that, right? Sure. You can definitely help, though, and work to improve it.
Look, I'm the best.
That is a tight shirt, dude. Dear Lord.
I agreed, did I? And I thought I just got pulled off lunch.
Mm-hmm.
You only got a kid in the school?
Yeah.
He didn't get your cheekbones, did he?
Yes, he
Can you
did.
tell me about him?
Okay.
She's dead. She was the best person I knew. That's it.
Yeah.
We're not asking you to talk bad about
You are! Can I go now, Miss Lower School?
It's okay. You can go, Jane.
Yeah, good.
And you guys are meant to be best of the police, are you?
She needs a bit of time, mate. It's the fallout. It's the fallout of it. If she's her best friend, like, dude, let her be. She'll reach out in her own time. Hopefully.
People are going to know more than you think all day, so...
Yeah, I get it, but they shouldn't. Look, doesn't matter. Let's...
Good luck.
Put the phones away, please.
Dude, I can't even imagine what it's like in schools, everyone having phones. It's a different world to me. I was right on the cusp where we were kind of all getting them, but we were kind of old, a little old, like at least, you know, I think I got my first phone at like 17, something like that. I feel like I was quite late, but it's kind of a part of our world now. I mean, it's what we were seeing last episode in the Instagram. I commented a bit on it then. I don't think kids this age should have access to that, honestly. I mean, I don't know what's the answer. And does it always work? If you ban social media, the internet for, okay, under this age, how do you do that? How do you enforce that? Can you? And then it's like, okay, but once they, I don't know, pass the threshold of that age, they're thrust into this world of the internet, not perhaps ready for it. And it's like alcohol. It's like introducing yourself to alcohol. Yeah, sure. 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, a kid come into it, it might be a bit of a wild time, but they're going to be okay. They're going to get through it. They're going to learn, right? Is it so far as we have to have a class, you know what I mean, like a dedicated class to allow people to, like kids, to learn, to prepare them for it, to teach them about beauty standards, to teach them the dangers of things online, what that can lead to, how to avoid it? I think it's worth it. I think that's what we probably need. That's a lot of, again, it's infrastructure though. It's money. It's hiring people for that. It's training people for that. It's a lot. It's necessary. It might be difficult, but dude, doesn't mean you shouldn't do them. But it is. It's, I mean, God, it's been not that long a time necessarily. In the space of like, 15 years, the landscape of schools has completely changed. Social media as we know it has been shaped over the last 10, 15 years in the way that we have it now, in what it is now. It's so new and we have so little safeguards. It's kind of crazy when you think about it, isn't it?
Inspector Bascom.
Me know, right?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Detective Sergeant Frank.
Thank you. It's
I
fine.
am sorry. Apologise.
It's okay.
That's so funny, considering the gender stuff I was talking about last episode, how, like, nothing's by accident. This is being written into the show. It's a pattern. It was happening last episode too. How the men were getting pushed forward and kind of the women getting pushed to the side. Same just then as well. Yeah. Kind of demonstrating the role and expectation of men, how skewed it is, but how baked into society it is too. And how it's trickling down to our boys in ways that are unhealthy and causing them to act certain ways for a myriad of reasons. I mean, I talked about it last episode, pressure being one of them.
Mr. Malik, we protected you.
Sorry, I'm late. Must be the police, yeah?
You was for the police. I love you, Mr. Malik.
I love you, Mr. Malik. Don't grass on him. Yeah, he's getting the impression he's not what's the word? Well, not a strict teacher. And I was talking a lot last episode about strictness and how it was bad. And we had at the beginning of the episode the two boys talking. We had the different, the parents on the either end of the spectrum, one really strict, one pair of parents not caring. We had that strictness last episode, the demonstration of that, the effect of that. And now we've got Mr. Malik here, who you can tell through the dialogue, the kids see him a certain way. He seems a lot more casual, maybe a bit of a lighter touch, but at least from this small snippet of a scene, a very unruly class. It's his class, I think, which demonstrates something. And his teaching methods, his method of, I mean, he's late as well. Comes in, dishevelled. You must be the police. Not really, on it, let's say. And this isn't working either. Like I say, quite an unruly class. The show kind of demonstrating all of these different ways in which we are and how, I don't know, all of it in some ways not quite good enough.
Why do schools always have that same smell? It's like a mixture of vomit, cabbage and masturbation. It's horrible. Do you really think we're going to find a knife here?
We may have enough.
Yeah, it's interesting, the construction of the show around him. He's kind of the central figure, actually. The custodian bringing us through the story. And it's why I feel so interested in him and his son and their relationship. The depiction of his son in this episode, how he's been bullied, perhaps the father not being present, not paying attention. He calls himself the soft touch, right? That's what you said last episode. Doesn't seem that way to me. The soft touch implies that you're gentle with him, which might not necessarily be untrue, but you're not being actively gentle. Actively gentle in the sense of reaching out to him, trying to connect to him. Maybe that's as a result of your job. It doesn't really matter what the reason is. The fact remains that exists, right? And I feel like this experience, and this is why I got on to talking about him as the custodian of the story, because I feel like he's ushering us through it. And I feel like he's kind of almost noticing all of the, I don't know, maybe like a whisper, a shadow of some of the things that I'm talking about in these environments. And then obviously with his son as well. I wonder if there's going to be a through line there. The story we're being taken on and then ending in perhaps, I don't know, some positive note between him and his son of, okay, damn, I haven't been here. I need to sort this. You know what I mean? I think that would be a really beautiful story.
I have a motive.
I know you need a motive.
Look at that phrasing. I don't have a motive. You don't have a motive. I I, singular. She's there with you, mate. Are you not partners? Is this not a team effort? Police? We? It is kind of this representation, isn't it, of, again, that masculine gender norm of I take it all on myself. I have to. I need. I'm the leader. I'm at the pinnacle of this pyramid. Even he's doing it. And he's like a positive representation. He seems like a nice guy. Good head on his shoulders, empathetic. And yet he still has that instilled in him. You know what I mean?
I know you need a motive.
I know you need a motive. That's the kind of follow-up to his line. And that kind of takes her out of it and puts it all on him. And I'm not saying she's actively doing that. I just think that the dialogue is being written to demonstrate how he and his role as a man is kind of pressuring him in a way that's making him not notice the things that are kind of important in a certain way in his own life with his son.
I just honestly don't understand why Jade girl was so angry.
She just lost her friend, mate.
Yeah, they're all going to be very upset.
I know, I get that. She made it seem like Katie hated Jamie.
Maybe she did.
Mr. Malik's newly qualified.
Ah, newly qualified, okay.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to go to isolation? Because I can't send you to isolation.
Because that's got to be helping. All of these examples.
I taught Katie. She was so bright, such a beautiful little girl. She talked a little bit too much, but...
Yeah, it's a horrible shock for everybody, isn't it?
Look at that. Subtle. She's saying all of that. Who replies? Who smooths it over? Not him, her. And again, I said it last episode, I'll repeat it, just in case people didn't see that episode, but I'm talking in general. And so, you know, this doesn't necessarily apply to everybody, obviously, but the gender norms that I feel like we're dealing with being demonstrated in this show, again, I feel like he's silent, she's opening up, talking about, you know, the empathy, the softness, the kind of the, do you know what I mean? That aspect to all of this. And the woman here, PC Frank, she's the one to kind of smooth that over, kind of offer the platitude, taking the role of gentle, soft, meeting her where she is. Him, silent, not reaching out on an emotional level in that way, in replying. And I feel like the choice of the person who is replying in this moment is meant to, again, demonstrate the typical gender roles, who takes what on their shoulders, how it affects them. She's kind of numb. The PC Frank. Again, in the classroom when she kind of introduced him, not her, paused, then was like, oh, I'm so sorry, and PC Frank. And Frank kind of was like, it's fine. Didn't really react. I'm used to it. That kind of feeling. Do you know what I mean? She feels a little bit numbed as a result, especially in this job, I think. Like she's kind of been moved to apathy in regard to it, which probably isn't good for her. And she says this line in a minute in a way that it is almost like a line. It is almost like, this is my role. I'm just saying it to reassure you. It comes across more like her job, which it is obviously, but like a job, as opposed to like actually genuinely reaching out and trying to reassure.
I really thought she was going to do something with her life.
Yeah, it's a horrible shock for everybody, isn't it?
Like the way she delivered that, it's really interesting. It is. It's kind of saying it for the sake of it because she said that. Saying the line that's expected of her.
That's all I want to be, useful.
Right, that is it. Not another word.
Yeah, my thoughts too.
Aldo.
I said stop that.
Is he picking up on any of that, Daddy-O?
Understand what you've got to be putting in. I'm so sorry.
No, Billy, it isn't terrorism.
Well, it's that fireworks into the computer lab last year. Not very helpful, was it? It wasn't very good, no. Make our way into the tennis courts.
Chaos. Absolute chaos.
Can I have a word?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but I teach history. I don't see him, you know. I don't... I wouldn't know, you know. Impossible. I mean, what am I supposed to do?
Oh, God. You're supposed to be a carer, mate. You're supposed to educate and look after them. This is the thing. It's like, teachers are there to do a job. And God, they should be paid way, way, way more than they are. Because, I mean, it is many jobs in one, right? It's not just educating. Like, you're looking after, you are the carer for these kids. He's talking about they're impossible. Like, I get it. I keep talking about, like, look, everything that I'm saying, pinch of salt, right? Kids can be hard. All of the things that I'm saying aren't perfect rules because kids are kids. It's that thing of like, is schools like this really the best institutions for education? I don't know. I just feel like the more you see that our system of education and of educating kids in the schools that we have just don't work in the way they should. Sure, they're passable, right? Are they really doing the best job to actually fully round out a human person and see them, nurture them into adulthood? I don't think so. And I mean, that's only got more complicated. I talked about it, I touched on it a minute ago, about social media technology, how that's impacted it too in the last 10, 15 years. It's only got harder. Something outside has started to influence it, you know, this new thing. And what have we actually invested in the educational system in combating that, in balancing that, in dealing with that? And it is that thing of like, even if you have a basket and you have them all put their phones in at the beginning of class and they get them at the end of class, it's like, that's a temporary fix. That's not actually helping them deal with that thing in their hand. Like, and Mr. Malik, he's new. Has he been prepared as he should have been for this? Was he ready? I'd argue not. Is that Mr. Malik's fault? Not necessarily.
What have you done?
Oh. I love how dynamic these scenes are. How we're following him and then we just pan to her and go with, like, beautifully directed.
Slowly, that's it.
All right, we've got a kid to focus on.
Just got banged by a girl, you sausage.
That line, you just got banged by a girl, because that's so embarrassing. Because why? You see girls as weaker, as below you. It's more embarrassing if you get beat by a girl than a boy. What is that? That's inherently misogynistic, because it demonstrates where you place your value, how you value men, how you value women. That's been instilled in him by what? Parents, society. That is the common trope throughout society, right? It's crazy how young we instill it into them. That shouldn't be a thing, and that started here. Look at this, look at this shot here. All of them laughing, a girl laughing here. It's so normal, and it does result in all of these kids as seeing girls as lesser.
In your lines now, you!
I do not envy teachers, it's such a hard job.
We want to talk to Ryan.
It's absolute chaos.
Yeah, it's hell. It looks like hell. Like, it's a really cool episode. I didn't expect us to be here, actually, but I like it for it. It's demonstrating so much. It gives them such an opportunity to demonstrate a lot and expand on, you know, last episode.
Get back to class now. Shut up, miss. Excuse me?
Shut up, miss. Yeah, no respect. Yeah, even in the representation of the teachers, I'm thinking of Mr. Malik and her. The way that she is, she's very empathetic. She cares. What she's been doing this entire time, talking to them, talking about how awful it is, how people are struggling. You can tell that she cares. Mr. Malik doesn't. And what does that result in? It results in the kids not liking her and liking Mr. Malik. So it's kind of a dual in nature, in the sense of it. One shows the ways that men and women fulfill or choose to fulfill their role in this environment. One cares, one doesn't. Mr. Malik, they're impossible, so he's not even trying. This lady here, she kind of, you know, it's chaos, she's saying. She also acknowledges that it's hard, but she actually cares, so she's trying, right? It represents kind of in a general sense, the ways in which both have been raised, probably depending on their gender, how much they care. And then also through that, how they're perceived by the kids, how one who is disheveled, doesn't really care, has the respect of the kids, how much of it being a man has given, you know, bestowed that respect on him. She cares. She actually you can tell, would empathize with the kid. Shut up, miss. You know what I mean? And how much of that is dependent on her gender. Oh, and also I was just thinking, I was like, because I got onto a track of, has there been like a representation of her being gentle and not shouting and the male teachers shouting? Because we've seen that a lot. But no, that's not true. She did just shout, and that's why he says shut up, miss. But that's not really my point or what I noticed. What have we seen in every single time a teacher that is a man has told off a kid? I'm thinking the first time, the bully, Adam, and the teacher walked past and he was like, stop it, leave him alone. And he did, right? He left Adam alone. Done. Then we saw a minute ago the other teacher in the class, they were kind of being disrespectful. What was it? They were commenting on Adam and oinking or whatever, and the teacher shouted, silence. No one said a word back. Respect was given. In a class that we just saw had disrespectful kids that would act out and talk out. Not a peep. Then we see that same teacher shouting at those kids against the school wall. What's happening? The kids are silent, just taking it. Not a word said in the face of anger, in the face of male anger and aggression. There's respect in that. What happens when she shouts? Put your phone away, get back to class, shut up, miss. No respect in her anger. And I think there is something demonstrated in that. How we choose to place our respect, the kind of anger and fierceness or authority that we choose to respect dependent on gender, and how that's instilled in our kids and how we teach our kids to also, you know, show that respect or disrespect. Crazy. And I think that's accurate too. I think you see that all the time.
It's a bit mad, wasn't it? You're gonna have a black eye.
Hopefully not.
That's crazy. Yeah, look at how more easily he's finding it to talk to this kid than he did talking to that girl. And then he walked out of that room. I don't understand it. Why is she not helping us? He doesn't understand her emotional response, which to me is really valid. She's just lost her friend. And she sees it as like, it doesn't matter what I say, it doesn't matter who goes away. She's dead and she's not coming back, and she's in that grief, which is fair. He didn't understand that, right? He wasn't effectively communicating with her, first of all. There wasn't an ease there. His whole demeanor here, the way he just smiled at this kid. There's an ease here, there wasn't there. And it's like, what is this? This kid just got in a fight. He knows how to talk to a kid that just got into a fight, a boy that just got into a fight, because that's his playground, that's his world. A kid that is validly emotional, the girl, doesn't know how to deal with that. He doesn't understand that. If a boy demonstrated that kind of emotion, I would hazard a guess that he wouldn't be able to understand that either. That's bad in a parent. If you can't reach out to somebody or understand an emotional response, you're in no way, place, or shape to be able to talk them down, get them through it, help them process that. That's so inherently needed in a parent or a guardian of any kind. God, especially a police person, interacting with kids as well, in a place of authority. The way he talked to this kid immediately. Look at his face. He's so much more at ease. He's connecting so much more easily in this manifestation of child. And what is that? He's just taken a punch. He's gone on the ground. He had a kid call him a sausage, right? And say what he said. He's not crying. He's not angry. I would argue he's tamping down on the emotions he feels. And this man here, our police guy here, is more comfortable with someone who isn't showing their emotions on their sleeve. Do you know what I mean? The girl who did that, he was out of his depth with. I would argue this boy here has every right to be upset, to be crying, blah, blah, blah. I think he would be, the cop, would be uncomfortable if that was the case. I think he's at ease because the kid is quiet and calm. And to all intents and purposes, on the surface, he seems fine. You know he's not. And again, it all goes to demonstrate. This scene and the last scene with the girl go to demonstrate the representations typically that you find with girls and boys. How this man here connects with that. How he doesn't understand one, and he kind of does understand the other. How that's unhealthy, because the reason he understands it is because one is tamping down, I feel like, on his emotions, whereas she wasn't. Fairly so, validly so. And what does that demonstrate about how we interact with our kids, how we interact with emotions, how we interact with the nurturing of kids when we inhabit places of authority? Like, this is, every minute detail of this is going to demonstrate all of these inadequacies in our teaching of kids. And I say teaching, but what I mean is nurturing, because nurturing is more of a general term that I feel like we, as adults in a society, have a duty towards, even if it's not your kid, right? If you inhabit a position of authority and you're around kids at any point, then that is part of your responsibility as well.
It's a bit mad, wasn't it?
Look at that. So informal. He's so much more at ease.
When I was around your age, I ran into a bus shelter because I wanted a black eye.
And sorry. Yeah, look at how he's able to relate. When I was your age, as a phrase, brings them closer together. He immediately knows how to connect. What's that connecting over? Getting a black eye, possibility of a black eye, what's that? Violence. That's what we have in common. But isn't it warm and comfortable in that I know how to talk to you now? What's the commonality? Violence. Tells you a lot.
I was probably a bit younger than you, maybe about 9.
And this is the nuance of it. This is the kind of the complexity of it, because at a surface level, he's connecting with this kid, which is what I've been talking about this entire show so far. Our ability the need to connect. I just talked about it, right? On a surface level, he's doing that. But there's so much unhealthiness in the way he's doing it, or in the way that he finds ease in it, and the way that he's connecting, and the way that he's able to this kid and not the other kid. It's complex, man.
It's crazy, you know, what your brain tells you to do when you're a kid, right?
What your brain tells you to do. Why does it tell you to do things? That's such an interesting line, because that's what the show's about. All these kids and what their brain's telling them to do, but more importantly, why? He doesn't understand that. You can tell that in the sentence, the dialogue there. He just puts it down to, this mysterious thing. It's like, it's not that mysterious. There are reasons that you felt that way. There's a reason you wanted a black eye, because you wanted to look like a cowboy. You wanted to look like a tough guy. Why? Because we have a certain element of masculinity that pushes us that way, to literally hurt ourselves to look impressive, to hurt ourselves to look like the kind of man we're taught that we should want to be. How unhealthy is that? Actually, literally getting you to harm yourself.
Yeah, you were popular in school, though.
What makes you say that?
Just not. You were.
Yeah, look at that.
I was, once I got rid of the big afro that I had.
Yeah. And then this kid's reply, how he sees the world, how he sees this guy here. Now, you were popular though, right? Because in his world as a kid, that's all that really matters. And it's like, what makes you popular? That kid who called them a sausage. He's loud, he's kind of funny, at least to kids. Is he a mean kid? Yeah. But probably makes him popular. In the hierarchy of this world, to this kid here, that's all that matters. Doesn't matter how you get it, as long as you get it, which puts values and empathy and everything that I'm talking about, processing emotions, being gentle, soft, puts it so far behind the priority.
Once I got it cut, I got a fade, things were different.
And what's that? A fade. You got rid of your afro. It's erasing your personal identity in a certain way. I got rid of that. I got a fade. I conformed. I fit in. And I'm not blaming him. I'm not, I appreciate there's an element of race to this. And, that desire to fit in to a certain extent can be as a result of wanting to be safer as well, right? I think when you start talking about black hair, there's so much prejudice. There's so much judgment. There's so much discrimination in regard to that. Again, none of this is coming from judging or blaming or whatever. It is just kind of trying to neutrally observe, to identify these things, to like I say, to discuss the foundation of the issues here at play. But he felt the need as a kid to conform. Because what? I wasn't popular when I had an afro, but I was popular when I did the thing that I maybe wouldn't have wanted to do. This is what I mean. This kid here, the first thing he said was, you were popular though, right? Because that's the world as he sees it. That's not how he as a kid, or as kids, they should be seeing the world. But they have to see it that way, because that's how they survive in that world. We're just getting this here from the police guy. He did the exact same thing, because that's the way he survived. He conformed. He did the thing he had to do to be popular, which isn't arraying kids with the, choice. Yes, that was his choice, but he felt like he needed to make that to fit in, and no kid should ever have to feel that way.
Were you, really popular?
Still on it?
With girls and stuff?
You say stuff, but you led with girls.
I did okay.
Yeah, look at that. Sorry, I've lingered on this a lot because such an interesting conversation. A conversation is seen dripping with meaning, with complexity. There we go, the subject, girls. What matters to these kids, at least boys? Being popular, but, a subsection of that topic, being popular with girls. And I'm not saying that we need to take that away. To a certain extent, that's going to be there. But there's definitely ways that we can have that and have it be healthier. Have it be a healthier process, right, than what we're seeing.
I got all my teeth. I don't know why they matter so much, but they do.
Yeah.
Look at the shot here. Frank's out of it. Just these two. And it's demonstrating how connected they are under this common raising that they've had in society, the commonality between them. The desire to be popular, the desire to be popular with girls, to get girls, whatever. The way that he so easily is ingratiating himself.
About his feelings, like how he was feeling.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, nah. Nah, we don't talk about feelings, mate.
Ryan!
Yeah, he's hiding something. Well, we knew that, right?
Your mum needs to be told about this.
She'll be mad at me because she'll have to get out of work.
Oh, man.
I did say it might not be best to come in today, didn't I?
Mum doesn't like me in her house without her there, and I'm not walking around places.
Yeah, where can she go?
I'd go to her house.
Go to her house then. Our parents would love to see you.
Trust me, they wouldn't.
Oh, man. Bless her. She's a kid in need. They're all in need.
Am I in trouble?
Oh, dude. You've not done anything, mate. Yeah, we've got this duality this episode, haven't we? With this girl and the boy that we've just seen. Both of them in their own way needing help, support. I mean, he was the boy as well that parents didn't really seem to care. We get from this girl here, her home life, a mum that seems a little... I don't want to judge, and same with the boy. I don't know his parents' deal, what they're doing, why they are like they are. In the adult world, everyone's got responsibilities and things get left by the wayside. Should they? No, but it's life, it happens, right? It's not to justify it, just to acknowledge it. But yeah, like I say, this duality between them, how they're both responding, how the boy's closing off and running away, how this girl here is being open, but it's not helping because no one's there to receive that and do anything with it. Her mum's not there. This teacher, bless her, is trying, but it's like, you take the day off, stay at home. Well, I can't go home. And, it's help that she's trying to supply that's not actually helping. It's not what she needs, right? What does she need? She needs support from somewhere. Actionable, actual support. It's like, we'll go to Katie's house. They don't want to see me. Is that what she's saying? Is that what she's been led to believe? I don't know. They're both in need. They're both, the boy and the girl, they're both displaying their emotional state in representations of the typical, what you'd expect of someone of their gender. how they identify, what that means in how they've been raised, and how actually they're both struggling for different reasons, but the fundamental foundation of why they're struggling is because they have these emotions and they're not being either allowed to process them, or when they are trying to, there's no guidance as to actually how to complete that process. We're seeing that with her.
But he's only a little boy.
So then why did you do it?
I don't know.
Because you've got a lot of emotion, it just came out of you because you're a kid and you don't know how to process that emotion.
You don't know Ryan's got anything to do with what happened to Katie.
And interesting, Ryan stayed down. He didn't hit back. He didn't rush up to hit her back. He didn't do you know what I mean? He just stayed down. Speaks perhaps of guilt as well on his part for whatever reason. I don't know why, but he's clearly beating himself up about it as well. Shame. Doesn't have guardians there that, you know, they're not very attached, it seems like. Yeah.
She was the only one who actually thought I was okay.
Oh, bless.
I don't know what to do anymore.
In this world where we're seeing they're so devoid of connection, of safety, comfort, she found it in Katie. They're finding it perhaps in each other. And God, the one person she had in her life that she was able to do some of the things that I'm talking about. And now she's gone. That's horrible. And it's sad that to her perspective, she only had one person that could help her with that, and it's a kid. That's not to, you know, disrespect Katie, but it says a lot that she hasn't found that anywhere else, least of all in her parents.
You've got lots of people. Listen to me.
No, I don't. You're only saying that. I'm not.
She is only saying it, yeah, and that's heartbreaking.
We'll arrange for somebody for you to have a chat.
Not
to.
another shrink.
No, it's not a shrink. You can't go back to class. You know you can't.
Oh, this teacher's really trying, bless her.
Jade, come on, love.
Oh, man. Yeah, this lovely teacher really trying to help, and that's not working either. Okay, we're about to see the dynamic. I'm very interested. I feel like there's not going to be as much connection here as...
Can I talk to you? A free class, private room.
Adam's not making eye contact. Like a lot of eye contact. Do you know what I mean? Head down. Sorry, I don't think the dad's doing anything to him, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of rapport. Again, my suspicions of neglect here, though, firming up a little. I have a feeling he doesn't even think of it this way.
Is he all right?
I haven't got a clue.
Go find out and take it seriously.
What's up? You all right?
Beautiful.
Adam, is this...
Go, Dad.
I don't want to
You wanna go gym
Listen
or
to
work
me.
or something?
I'm here.
That small little thing there shows you so much about their relationship. Yeah, no, he's, I think I said right. It seemed perhaps that he was obsessed with his work. Gym as well, too. He's a bit disconnected. Doing everything I think that he thinks he should be doing as a dad, but not really. And perhaps I have a feeling that he doesn't really fully understand how absent he is in regard to Adam, actually. Like, just how quick Adam sensed the way that he didn't. Like, God, the empathy that he just showed, that he identified so quickly that his dad didn't want to be here, that he was impatient. He's been taught that. He's been taught to feel that. Yeah. Okay, what I really want to see from this show, like I said at the beginning, his dad is the custodian of the story. And this, I feel like, is a present relationship at the forefront of the show, considering he is kind of the protagonist, I feel like. Well, like I say, we're going along with him. The Jamie story, we're going to go on that journey. We're going to find out what's, you know what I mean? It is what it is. The central kind of story underlying that, I think, that is going to perhaps be where some of the integral progress that we get in regard to the telling of this story and the relationship between father, son, masculinity, is, I feel like, going to be between these two. And that's what I want to see.
It's not going well because you're not getting it.
Go ahead.
Am I not getting?
Uh-huh.
You're not reading what they're doing.
You know what's happening, don't you?
It's like she's being nice, right?
Was she making fun? What was the message?
Dynamite. It's an exploding red pill.
That's from The Matrix. You've been watching The Matrix?
We're doing red pill stuff, okay.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry, carry on.
Dad, he's trying to explain to you.
Red pill is like, it's a call to action by the manosphere, which is where the 100 comes in. The 80 to 20 rule.
My brain can't take all this.
Okay, yeah, you're losing me on that one, I'll be honest with you, mate.
80% of women are attracted to 20%.
Oh, no, I have heard that, yeah, okay.
Women. You must trick them because you'll never get them in a normal way. 80% of women are cut off for, oh, she's saying he's an incel.
How can you be involuntary celibate at 13?
Oh, God. Daddy-o, you gotta, come on, man.
No, a virgin forever.
This is all brain rot, innit? But it's important, because it's what's happening. It's the conversations that are happening. God. I don't feel like I need to necessarily talk about this or rehash it. I feel like a lot of people know about this stuff. Do I need to explain how unhealthy it is? 80% of women are attracted to 20% of men. No, that's not true. Not at all. There is, I mean, this is what the show's about. A raising of men in a certain way, a certain representation of masculinity and how men are taught to see women. I think what we've seen in the last 20 years is an empowerment of women, which is good, which is what should have been happening. We've seen, you know, there's still ways to go. I think this show demonstrates that. There's kind of a new level of misogyny now. It's a transitional period, right? In times past, women just had to get on with it. They, you know, were raised with a certain absence of value in themselves. Now we're setting the balance straight. We're trying to, you know, I think as a society, set the record straight. And there absolutely is. There is a thing of women are feeling empowered as they should be. It's the empowerment they should have always had, and something that the patriarchy in society has leached, has sapped from them, right? But what does that mean? What comes with value in oneself? It means that they don't need a man, right? Or they don't need a partner. It doesn't matter what gender they're into because they're happy on their own. It's values that we instill in men. But we have this thing in society now where women aren't allowed to be that empowered. Women aren't allowed to feel secure on their own, which means that, oh God, they're never possibly going to be attracted or want to go for us because we have to put in so much more time and effort and care, which is what we should have been all doing in the first place. We weren't. But now, like, that's why I mentioned the transitional period. We're in a transitional period right now where we are getting younger men who are still being raised with that toxicity of masculinity, that old world feeling of masculinity, and that doesn't quite mesh with the world that we have today. And rightfully so, women are identifying incels, or whoever you might want to call that, for reasons that are pretty obvious, right? And why would they possibly want to be with somebody who doesn't fundamentally respect them as a human being? You wouldn't want to be. So it's not a case of 80% of women are attracted to 20% of men. Human beings on this earth are attracted to people who are nice, who are fun, who respect you as a human being. That's God, the bare minimum. And the truth of it is, unfortunately, is that men are typically societally raised in a way that means that they don't respect women on a fundamental level. They see them as a cook or a cleaner. Even though sometimes even the best well-intentioned men see them that way because that's how they've been raised. God, I have been trying to unpick that for decades because that's how I was raised. I have two brothers. We, bless my mum, but we were raised in a way that was very conventional, you know, kind of conservative values in the sense of we didn't do any of the cooking or cleaning, anything like that. It was all my mum. Like you do as you grow older, as you get more responsibilities, you go out into the world and start to recognize things. It's what I had to do, will continue to do and try to do, is to develop myself as a person. And, you know, I think with respect of anyone of any gender comes with not expecting someone to cater to you. And that, unfortunately, is the masculinity or the shade of masculinity that we keep getting. And it's what we see in phrases like that. Red pill, 80-20 rule. It's a myth. You want to know the best way that you could possibly find a partner that you find attractive? Be attractive. What does that mean? Be a person that respects human beings at a fundamental level. When you're in a relationship, don't expect your partner to do all of the cooking for you, the cleaning. Show your love and care and respect in your actions, right? Like, it's simple stuff, it's basic stuff, it's human to human connection stuff. But unfortunately, we do have this culture where young people are being instilled with it. The dad here, he doesn't understand, and he needs to. He needs to. There's such a disconnect here. What a great show for that. I feel like this, you know, the Adam talking about this, I feel like so many people who aren't offline don't know anything about this. And I feel like Adolescence, this was such a hit, wasn't it? This is so important. I'm so sorry, I've talked for so long, but it's important stuff. And I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but I had to for a little bit. It is what it is.
This is useful. Like, I didn't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe, like, all that from two symbols.
You text hearts, right, to mum?
When I don't know what to reply here. Red
means love, purple, horny. Yellow, I'm interested. Are you interested? Pink, I'm interested, but not in sex.
All this meaning.
There's a meaning, Dad. Everything has a meaning.
The way you interact with social media, it's all dripping in meaning, and people of the older generation aren't connected to that world, which means that they're not in a place to understand it, which means that without understanding, you can't help. That's what we're seeing. He's like, I didn't know. And it's like, yeah, fair, fine, but you need to.
Show you 15 others. messages sent to Jamie.
It's so crazy how with social media we're so connected, and yet in this conversation here we're seeing how, in this show, in every single way, how there's such an absence of connection.
Yeah, like she was bullying Jamie.
This is just what I'm seeing.
Bless you for trying to help me. Also, sorry, coming from the angle of Katie's bullying them, she's doing the job that you should be doing. She's doing the job that adults should be doing, because it shouldn't be up to kids to unpack this stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, the kids have been kind of left to the dogs. They've got no supervision because adults don't understand it. I mean, what Adam just said about the hearts having meaning, I don't know. I didn't know that. It's just a colour to me. You know what I mean? The fact that they all mean different things, it doesn't surprise me, but I didn't know. That's what I mean. God, what a demonstration of how stranded kids are with this stuff.
It was just embarrassing watching you blunder about.
I'm sorry.
No, you're helping.
Don't be.
Good, thank you.
I have been blundering, to be fair. Does any of this Instagram stuff affect you?
Awesome.
It's not about me.
I know, but does it, son?
You call other people son, you never call me son.
Oh, there's work to do here, isn't there?
I'm sorry.
Nice.
Thank you. Yeah?
No eye contact, no connection, no intimacy in this relationship, is there, that you'd expect between a father and son? Yeah. We talk all the time about our kids being important, and it's like, how much importance are we actually, how much do we actually mean that? How much do we lead with action rather than words? I'd say it's probably a little scary how absent or failing we are in actually showing and demonstrating in the way that we act in regard to kids.
Katie was bullying Jamie.
Oh, no.
That's what it was.
I really don't see it as bullying.
Oh, I don't know what that is. What is it?
You're a teacher, you should know.
Involuntary celibate stuff, it's the Andrew Tate.
I've heard the boys talking about him.
Okay, good. Brilliant. Awesome. Dear Lord. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? In the absence that we've seen of any parental figures, of any connection in regard to the kids with their parents, whatever it might be, father, guardians, however you want to call it, if they aren't finding that, we saw that with the little girl, she's not got it either. She isn't, Katie was that for her, and now she doesn't have that, right? These kids, they don't have that. So it stands to reason they're going to seek that out in someone else. Hence Andrew Tate, the worst person for a young person to listen to. For anyone to listen to, but God, a young person, when they're being shaped. Because that's how someone like Andrew Tate is peddling this thing that is easily insinuated into an impressionable mind. Because what is he advocating for? You're right, they're wrong. You're valuable, women aren't. For someone like Jamie, who's been called an incel by Katie, in the absence of actually trying to understand why and failing to, not having the guardianship that's going to actually, extricate him from that kind of thinking that he clearly had. Of course he's going to gravitate towards someone like Andrew Tate who validates him, because he's got no validation in any other part of his life from any other guardian. And that's all kids want. They want validation. But it's really important that we give them the kind of validation that's actually going to be healthy, not only for them, but for those around them. Like someone like Jamie, he's never going to connect with anyone. He's never going to find a partner. He's never going to have a healthy relationship in which he's loved. That's not putting him into a place where he's going to find a partner. Anyone who's going to love him that way, because why? It sounds awful, but why would they? Someone who doesn't value you? I talked about it. They're not going to. Like I say, in the absence of any validation, they're going to go to somebody who they have access to at all times. This thing in their hand, social media. It's so dangerous. So dangerous.
Are you sure you don't want to go, or you need to go?
When I said, like, she didn't know, and when I kind of exclaimed, again, I'm not even trying to blame her necessarily. It's just observing that, God, she is a teacher. She is her purview is looking after these kids, and she didn't know any of this stuff either. Look how disconnected we are.
Oh.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. No.
I can't stand this place.
We're only here because you wanted to come, mate.
Well, they have to exist here, mate. Imagine.
Does it look like anyone's learning anything in there to you?
Right?
It just looks like a holding pen.
Thank you. Correct.
Videos in every class.
Yep.
Ali just walking in and out when he wants.
Yep.
Come here, just have a minute here.
It's bad, innit?
Do you know there'll be some good teachers in here and some good students? My school was a bit like this.
Yeah.
Well, how did you survive then?
Because I had a good teacher, I had Mrs. Benton, who was in class.
One of the lucky ones.
All kids really need is one thing that makes them feel okay about themselves, mate, that's it.
Yeah, but God, dream a little bigger.
I never wanted him. I do love him very much.
You need to show that more, buddy, respectfully.
It's the longest he's spoken to me in a while, so...
Come on.
Surely that's a good thing, no?
No, that sounds bad to me.
Sometimes I don't think I'm the right fit for him as a dad.
You gotta make... Oh.
Well, I know you, and I know you can be.
Yeah. No, it's good that he's opening up. A little bit.
Well, what's up?
It's not even that, you know.
Go on.
Right, the perpetrator always gets the front line. We followed Jamie's brain around this entire case.
Yeah.
Katie isn't important, Jamie is. Everyone will remember Jamie, no one will remember her.
Yeah.
That's what gets to me.
Emphasis is always on...
I think you're wrong. I think we're here for Katie.
Okay.
You can't understand why. Do you actually think you can? You're not going to know why, mate.
Ryan, go on.
Wow.
Come here! Ryan!
How did you get out of there so quick? Dear Lord. Oh God, he's gonna get hit. No. Okay, thank God. That went way better than I thought it was gonna go.
Come here! You know Jamie! I want a serious answer.
Sad, innit, that Manta Boy, the thing that works, the thing that they both understand, when they actually find any kind of communication, it's angry, sweary, aggressive. It's just sad that that's the kind of communication that works. Where you know, like, men are so raised to be so closed off that the only thing that can get through is aggression.
There's a dead girl!
Right. It was my knife. I thought he'd just scare her.
Damn.
Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
Look what's being made of them, these kids. All of this has come from social media. What it's doing to them. What it's teaching them. In the absence of care and nurture, they're seeking it out in places that are so unhealthy that's harming them.
Charge Jamie.
Without you?
Something I want to sort out.
Oh. It's so sad watching this, knowing that this is our reality, that this is happening. Like, we need to do so much better. Like, kids are being left to the wolves with social media, and they're having to police themselves. Like, I feel like he's getting it now, maybe. Like, I really hope so. I mean, I get it, right? They've constructed a character that didn't know anything about it. He's learning. We're learning along with him. I think it's a really good show for that. It's an in for those who might not know about this at all. Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I was gonna
He is getting it.
get some chips and a can of Coke. I wanted to know if you wanted to come.
Beautiful. Come on, Adam.
Got your case.
Yes, I know I've got my case. About to hand it over.
There you go.
I've got some free time. I want to spend it with you. Because I love you.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Come on, Adam.
Yeah, I can be hungry.
Yes, mate.
Thank you.
This is it. This is all we need, man. Connection. Find it. Reach out a hand. It's simple, you know?
So come on then, how was school? What lessons did you have?
This is like this is all I want.
You speak French, yeah? Well, go on then.
Yeah.
Ça va bien. Wow.
That is enough. You're destroying the language.
You're still out of breath, mate. You need to introduce some cardio into your gym routine, that's all I'm saying.
Why would we go to a Chinese for chips?
It's the best. The salt and pepper chips.
Chips and curry sauce, dude.
That'd be good.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, hello. Yeah, how are you? I'm worried for all of these kids, man. I'm so into this show. I'm so hooked. Also, not really mentioning it, but the one shot, I love it. Oh God, what now? Oh, that's just the memorial. Okay. Sorry, God, I thought there was another one gone. There he is. Plumbing, eh? Yeah, how is the fam doing, eh? It's a very beautiful song, haunting song. Really prevalent lyrics too. Yeah, he's got to be, you know, thinking to himself too, right? It's been 3 days now. I wonder if they're coming to grips with what their son's done and their role in it. Because, I mean, it sounds awful, but there was neglect here with Jamie. Sorry. Like, yeah, some of that, I think, responsibility is on society, government, schools, sure. It's like, where does the buck stop, really? Like, sure. I think there's a problem in society and social media and how little we seem to care about it and its impact on everyone, but kids especially. Sure, there's that too, but they didn't know what was going on with Jamie, and they should have. You know what I mean? And it's like, God, there are other factors, outlying factors too. It was shown in episode 1 how they don't come from money in the solicitor scene. Do you have a solicitor of your own, a family solicitor? No. Well, we have a free one here if you want it. And they expressed discomfort with that. If they could have afforded a solicitor, they probably would have done that. They didn't. You know, this is their son. They care, obviously. Of course they do. And they clearly don't have the money for their own solicitor. So money's tight. He's out. He's working nights, whatever. I don't know what the mum does. I'm sure she does something too. They're probably working all the time. They maybe don't have all of the time or the time that they should have. They've got 2 kids. to give, you know, the kind of parenting that their kids need. How many families are like that? So it's like, yeah, sure. I'm putting, you know, maybe I'm being a bit too harsh on the family. Because I think our world in the way it is, the disparity in, you know, class and money, the working class, and how poverty in the UK is a thing, you know, and it's been higher in the last however many years than it has been. Like, that shouldn't be a thing at all, but it is. And families, you know, cost of living, which is a crazy phrase, but it exists, right? So it's like, as parents, they're just trying to do their best, but they're so ill-equipped or ill-prepared for the reality of today, and what their children need, what their son clearly needed, weren't in a place to be able to give him that, because they're, you know, working within the constraints of society in the way they are, clearly not well off, but probably working harder, that a damn sight harder than the, you know, the rich in this country. So it's like, again, it's that question, where does the buck stop? I think to a certain point, that's why I keep saying it's all of our responsibility. It's not just on the family. I want to be really clear. But yeah, to a certain extent, they're going to feel responsible. And I don't think that's completely invalid either. That's what I'm saying. You know, they bear some responsibility for sure. Yeah, sorry, it's been a talky episode. It is what it is. I think this is just a show that is going to be that. For those who have seen these two videos so far, that's just what the channel is. It's more of a discussion thing. It is kind of more akin to essay, podcast, discussion, analysing. You know, it's a reaction too. It's first time watched, all that stuff too. I appreciate some people come and they expect a reaction and a bit less perhaps than I give, and it's not everyone's cup of tea, it's not everyone's speed. That's fair, that's fine, it is what it is. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this. Like I say, it's supposed to be a discussion, so if you've got more to say, or I said anything that makes you want to say something, please do pop a comment below and you know, let me know what you think, even if it's just a passive, you know, wondering or whatever it might be. But yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already. If you enjoyed the video, want more, I'll be doing Adolescence now until we're done every Wednesday. So one next week and the final episode the week after that. Then I'll be going on to Succession. I do Slayer Saturdays, Buffy and Angel on a weekend as well. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Genuinely, it's nice. I wasn't sure how this show was going to be. I didn't know quite what to expect, but there's a lot to dig into. So no, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Links down below if you want early access to all my videos. You're hankering for next episode, can't wait. If not, don't worry, like I say, it'll be next week all the same. Thank you, God, as always, to my patrons, my YouTube members. Genuinely, just thank you for your support. But yeah, that's it for another Wednesday. Next Wednesday we'll be back. So until then, be good, have a great week, and I'll see you then.